Journey to Enlightenment. Buddha's Quest. Chapter 1. Birth. Long time ago, in a kingdom called Kapilvastu in ancient India, a prince named Siddhartha was born into a wealthy family. His parents were overjoyed to have a son and held a grand celebration to honor his birth. Chapter 2. The Prophecy. Soon after his birth, a wise man visited the kingdom and told the king that Siddhartha would grow up to become a great spiritual leader and not a king. The king was worried about this, but he loved his son very much and wanted him to be happy. Chapter 3. Growing up. Siddhartha grew up to be a handsome and intelligent young man. He was trained in many skills, such as archery and horse riding, but he was also very curious about the world around him. He had many questions about life and the meaning of it. Chapter 3. The Four Sides. One day, Siddhartha decided to leave the palace and explore the world outside. On his journey, he saw four things that changed his life forever. First, he saw an old man, then a sick man, then a dead man, and finally, a holy man. These sights made him realize that life is full of suffering and that everyone experiences it. Chapter 4. Leaving the Palace. Siddhartha realized that he wanted to find a way to end suffering for himself and others. So, he left the palace, his family, and his wealth behind to become a wandering monk. He wanted to find the truth about life. Chapter 5. Enlightenment. Siddhartha spent many years meditating and searching for the truth. One day, he sat under a tree named as Bodhi tree and meditated deeply. He realized that the way to end suffering was to follow a path of compassion, wisdom, and morality. He became known as the Buddha, which means the Enlightened One. Chapter 6. Teaching. The Buddha spent the rest of his life teaching others about his path to enlightenment. He taught people to be kind to each other, to be honest, and to live a simple life. He showed people how to meditate and find inner peace. He traveled throughout the country, teaching and spreading his message of peace and compassion. Chapter 7. Death. When the Buddha was an old man, he knew that he was going to die soon. He called all his followers together and gave them his final teachings. He told them to continue his work and spread his message of peace and compassion. Then, he closed his eyes and passed away peacefully. Chapter 8. Legacy. The Buddha's teachings and philosophy continue to be followed by millions of people around the world today. His message of peace, compassion, and wisdom has inspired people for thousands of years, and his story continues to be told to children and adults alike.